Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel where I do true crimes, real people, storytelling. What a fascinating case of two females that were identical twins. Very, very interesting. The bizarre case of the Yoga twins. This takes place in 2016. One of the twins allegedly murdered her identical twin sister by driving off a cliff in Hawaii, killing her identical twin. Welcome back to True Crimes, Real People Storytelling YouTube channel. If you find this information informative or have a comment, please subscribe and like. I'm Melissa Taylor. I do True Crimes, Real People every Tuesday. Okay, let's get started. Two identical females, twins, was born in Utica, New York in 1978, named Alexandria, and Andover, was known as the Yoga twins. They also have a sister named Amy, who was 3 years older than them. At 5 years old, their mother died right in front of them. She had a brain aneurysm. That was very hard on the twins, growing up without a mother, which her father became a single parent. Allison had a big personality, and Andy was kind, sweet, level-headed. They were the type of twins that did everything together. The twins' relationship was unhealthy, weird, and were constantly together all the time. They showered together. Okay. They knew what each other needed. That's good. They were inseparable and finished each other's sentence. I noticed that most twins does that. I'm not a twin. On the same page, they love each other a lot, but they also hated each other. In a way, the twin relationship was toxic and twisted all at the same time. How'd that work? All throughout the twins' life, it was ups and downs, horrible fighting constantly. Whoa. The twins attended Northern Dane High School. Both were cheerleaders on the track team, cross country. They was popular. Whoa. But they grew up without a mother. I bet that's hard growing up without a mother. The twins got into yoga business, so they opened a yoga studio. Oh, okay. So they was very, very flexible, I'm assuming. In 2008 to 2014, they opened a yoga studio in Palm Beach County, Florida, called the Twin Power Yoga Studio. Oh, okay. The studio did very well. Immediately, when they opened it, they became famous in the town. They had big personalities, very well known. They made it big in the yoga business. Well, that's good. But behind the scenes, they were still fighting. Because of the twins' big personality, they were approached to do a reality TV show. Yeah, they was really popular. The reality TV show was going to be about these twins who ran a yoga studio and all the drama in their lives. Oh, okay. The producer subject, they invest in a bigger and better studio. And the twins took their advice and invest. Okay, I will probably wait until I get the TV show first, but the TV show didn't end up working out. It ended up not moving forward. Oh, which left them bummed out and about this. But they still end up leasing the bigger and nicer studio. Anyway, why would they do that? Unfortunately, they were not able to afford the fancy studio and their lifestyle, and they filed for bankruptcy. Ooh. In 2014, they closed the yoga studio with no warning, no refund to employees and clients' memberships. Ooh, that ain't right. However, one of the twins said this. It was false statements. They did not pay and refund clients and employees, but they left town. The twin moved to Park City, Utah, and they changed their name. Allison changed her name to Alexandria, and Ann changed her name to Anastasia and writing a book. Their names became tarnished. That's why they changed their names, I'm assuming. They wanted a fresh start. Everybody wanted a fresh start. The twins decided to open another yoga studio. Well, I see that they love yoga. When they got settled, but it's quickly crashed and burnt. It ended up closing and was over $100,000 worth of debt. At this point, they were forced to file for bankruptcy again, which left them stressed out. They developed a drinking problem together. That's sad to hear. They looked like they was very smart. The police came to their property a couple of times. They were in a really rough patch, very, very experienced. They left Utah in 2017. Correction, in 2015, the twins moved to Hawaii and said they were going a religion quest. Once they were there, they found trouble. Christmas Eve, they was out drinking, and they was drinking a lot. And they got into a car accident by sliding into a ditch. It was bad when the police got to the accident. The twins were fighting with their bar owner and victims with each other. The twins got arrested for disorderly conduct and terrorized, threatened, fight a local physically like little girls. So they was fighting each other. So they was mad at each other. In 2016, the twins started dating and met some guys named Logan Dick and Bailey. Logan Dickerson was dating Andy, and Federico was dating Anastasia. At one point, Anastasia and her man decided to go camping, and Andy and her man was going to stay home. Anastasia and her man go to Costa Rica to buy Costco to buy camping supplies. But at the register, she had the wrong credit card. Her sister Alexandria, she didn't use it. She went home to get her own credit card, but while she were home, Alexandria decided to come with them. During this time, Federico was trying to get the twins to stop the drinking and stop fighting, and wouldn't allow them to drink on their camping trip. Okay, so they was with some decent guys. Alexandria decided to sneak a bottle of wine on this trip. Ooh. But Federico found out and got upset with her about having alcohol inside the vehicle. It was a lot. There was a lot of attention in the car. Anastasia was mad at her sister for doing that. Eventually, they made it to the camping site. While Federico was using his bathroom, when he returned, the twins were gone. They left with the car. So they must was arguing while he went to use the restroom. And they took the car. The twins left on the road to Hong. It's a beautiful and scary road to drive. You are driving on a cliff, extremely twisted, huge drops off. You're not able to see who's coming around the curve. It's not really maintained. It's a bumpy ride. It's known as a super dangerous drive. The twins are in their car fighting. Why would you go on a dangerous drive and fight? I don't know. The twins are in their car fighting while driving on a dangerous road. At one point while they were driving, they came across a lady on the side of the road who got inside the car with them, who was also an identical twin. So that you would think that would probably ease their argument. Let's see. She was also from New York. They had a conversation with her, then dropped her off down the road. They continued to drive down the road. As they were driving, it was this guy driving behind them. And he said he can see them. He can see through the window. These two young ladies was in an argument, going at it, fighting, and while driving on the cliff. Where they do that at? And he see the car moving crazy a little bit. So they moving back and forth. Why the guy didn't decide to call the cops, I don't know. I know that's not his problem, but if I see something weird in the back of somebody's car, I would probably call the cops. But so he just looking at them fight, but he don't do nothing. While they still driving on the dangerous cliff road, Tahana, the guy was watching them. He was just watching them. Watching them, dude was scared. He was scared. I bet that was the scariest view. I bet it was. Before the guys can do anything, Alexandria slammed on the gas and turned the wheel to the left. The twins' car was flying off the side of the cliff. The vehicle dropped. Dropped 200 feet, falling on a bunch of rocks. The front license plate faced the sky. The car was totaled. This was the only area that didn't have water. So I guess it didn't have water. It was all rocks then. Luckily, this was a Ford Explorer and a nice sized car. If it was a smaller car, there was a chance both twins would have died. So only one twin left. Didn't take long for a crowd to form around the accident, looking down the cliff. Then someone called 911 because, of course, a lot of witnesses started to see that one person was moving. So one of the twins was moving. So they called 911 instead of just look. That's great. So they thought one or both of them survived. The police started interviewing people around the accident about what they saw, and they looked at the road and noticed that the driver did not try to hit the brakes before driving off the cliff. So not only is you fighting in the car, you driving on the cliff, and then when you can't stop, you just keep going. You don't even push brakes when you falling. Alexandria had done a really sharp turn to go off the cliff. Ooh. Very out of the way, the first responder was stopped to see if anyone were alive. When they got there, they noticed Anastasia didn't survive. She had so many bones. She has broken so many bones, she looked like a stack of bones. Alexandria was lucky. She survived the cat crash. So we think. When investigators, because they are identical twins. Okay, let's get back to the story. When investigators got to the scene, Alexandria was not injured bad. She was super lucky. She didn't ask if her sister was okay. Oh, so you get an accident, you don't ask, is anybody okay? Let's get back to the story. She didn't ask if her sister was okay, survived, or crying about her sister in any way. They thought that was strange. Yeah, that's kind of strange. What do you think? Tell me in the comments. What will you think if you got an accident with your family member and you don't ask about them, if you're still okay? Let me know in the comments. It is kind of strange. I mean, to me and all. The police talked to Alexandria, and she seemed to not want to answer any questions. When they father found out, this was sad to say. I hate to say this out loud. He was upset that Anastasia died. He quoted. So the wrong daughter died? The wrong twin should have died. I didn't know a father can say that. Any parent, that is. Remember, you are the master of your universe. Bye-bye, Melissa Taylor. You have a great day. Bye.